Welcome to Tonight's Show. You're with Tom, Brian and Steve, and this is From the Sidelines. And as we do it every time this week, we're going to talk about the round of NRL that's just been played. Gentlemen, round 9 has just finished.
Oh.
Amazing.
We are 1/3 of the way through the season.
Yeah, I don't want to hear that.
Yeah, I don't want to hear that either, to be honest.
No, neither do I, because the Bunnies from this weekend will be screaming up the table.
How many weeks in a row?
I don't know. There's at least 5 weeks in a row.
I'm confident that from this point in, we're only going to lose a handful of games and make the semis.
No more buys. So
another
you got another buy? Do you have 2 buys this year, Steve?
I don't know.
Three.
Well, they've got more buys, so they're going to get some more
But
points.
it's not this week. Is that why you're screaming up the table?
No, it's not this week.
Oh,
Our second win will be this weekend. But anyway, because we showed some spirit in our 42-12 narrow loss to the Panthers.
Where was that spirit?
You showed some
In the change room before they come in.
No.
There was spirit in that
After
change
10
room.
minutes of that game, I text Steve and I said, Demetrio was the problem.
And I still say he was the problem.
And that's it. And then 42 unanswered points.
Penrith did get a bit of a leg up, let me tell you.
Oh,
I know I'm going to be shot down by
I
all
don't
the
believe
Penrith
this.
supporters
Seriously,
out there.
no.
But they got a leg
What
up.
are you talking? How? When?
Oh, the first try was so far forward.
Their first try was so far. Yours wasn't even a try.
It was.
He bounced it.
He didn't.
No control at all. Bounced the ball over the line. Oh, that's
No.
right. It's a try. Oh, my goodness. Give it up, Steve.
Oh, God. And then I had to sit through and watch that 20-metre restart.
Oh, what a ripper that was. Seriously, there wasn't even a South player chasing him.
It was.
Who?
Jai Arrow was chasing.
Jai Arrow. Jai Arrow was chasing.
Good old Jai.
And about 18 Penrith players following him. Well, 12.
And they had time to tap each other on the head and everything.
Oh, Steve, that's terrible. Like, in all honesty, that was bad. That was, you guys just didn't.
But in the first 15 minutes, I actually thought, this is
the first 15 minutes I thought were in it as well.
Yeah.
Until the ref started thinking,
don't even bother. Don't even bother.
Give me something, seriously.
No,
something.
I will give you something. You got more injuries.
I know. Yeah. So we ended up having a hooker playing fullback.
Yep.
We had 2 second rows playing centres.
Yep.
We lost our halfback and we had, it's a disaster. South can't field a team this week.
Yes, you can.
Well, we can, but we've had to borrow from Black Hawks in Queensland.
I've seen it. I've seen your team. It's interesting.
Interesting. Yeah.
Meanwhile, on the other side of the ledger, the Panthers.
Just keep on keeping on.
Poor old Taylor May, he's out, so they bring in Paul Alamotti. It's just amazing.
Yeah.
You know, it's just amazing.
Before we go on, do we want to talk about Penrith's offer to David Fifita or interest in David Fifita?
Why would you not
take him?
I know, but at 850 when he's being paid $1 million.
Well, no. Well, I was reading today that apparently he's only on 800 at the Titans.
No, he's on $1 million at the Titans. They've always been on $1 million at the Titans.
You'd go for 850 to win a comp, wouldn't you?
Well,
you've already set up.
The salary cap auditor has to, and because the Roosters have already offered 3.4.
Well, it's the same money per year, but it's more years. So
it's not $1 million a year.
No. Penrith 3 years at 850.
Yeah.
Roosters.
No,
4 years
I understand
at
that. But my point is that both clubs have offered.
Yeah.
And St George have offered as well.
On recent form, that's no more than he's worth. I mean, that's
I'm not
generous.
I'm not convinced he's $1 million player.
No.
But I think if he's being paid $1 million, surely against the salary cap, he has to be $1 million.
No, because surely there's a time where you need to reassess people's form. You've got to reassess people's form.
Yeah. I'd take him for 850.
Oh, so would I.
Anthony Milford was offered $1 million, never lived up to it. And when he gets another contract, you've got to be on $1 million because that's what we paid you before. That's a stupid argument.
Yeah.
Well, that's the way the salary cap
Steve
works.
comes up with these arguments sometimes when they suit him. Anyway.
Don't you start about what suits me with your rubbish about loan players. Your
pile on. How about we bring this up in the middle of the game? Let's move on. So
this is about South though. South saying they can't field a team, but they're cutting players.
We're not cutting players. He decided to go somewhere else.
You lost backs. You got a forward playing in your centres, and he could have been playing there. But no, you let him go. You guys have got no idea what you're doing.
Let's talk about the next game. Because I'd like to get off the one we've been talking about and get onto this one. Canberra Raiders 26, Manly 24. Manly were leading 20-0.
Yes.
At one stage. In fact,
albeit they scored 2 tries off mistakes of the Raiders, which are opportunistic.
But you take that opportunity.
No, I'm not begrudging them, but saying it wasn't all good play by the Eagles.
They scored 4 tries off our mistakes. They only scored 1 try against us and 4 off mistakes. So it works both ways. I don't know. What do you want me to say? I'm watching this game. We're 20-0 up. I'm just sitting back. I'm chilling.
Cruising.
I go to the fridge, crack open a beer, watching the game, Then, and then I get this at the end of the game when it's 26-24. My youngest daughter's watching the game. Well, not watching the game. She's playing on the phone. She looks over at me and she goes, "Weren't you winning by 20 points, Dad?"
Isn't it sad that they ain't even notice it when you lose?
Oh my goodness! Yes. I don't know. Like I don't know. Like what happened? Like I don't know what happened. I don't know. This is what I know. Whatever Anthony Seibold said to them at half time, they put the cue in the rack. We're in the first
half time score. It was 20-4, 20-6.
What was it? 20-6.
26, yeah.
So you're looking at that game, and in the start of the game, Manly did a trick shot down the sideline, nearly scored. Garrick blew one because he didn't pass it to Turbo. It was going great. It was like, geez, how many tries are we going to blow in this game? This is going to be awesome.
Yeah.
They get to 20-6 at half time, and I don't know, Anthony Seibold must have said, "Boys, play him up the middle. It's wet weather football time." Because they didn't go wide once.
No.
And the thing that Seibold's been saying that I've liked is you play to your weapons. You bring, and when your weapon is speed and speed and speed and speed, go to the speed.
Yep.
What happened? They went up the middle. Yep. I don't know. I was so frustrated.
We get that.
Oh, right. Okay.
KO Wicks had a pretty good game.
It's almost like they were channeling Parramatta.
KO Wicks had a terrific
game. KO Wicks had an excellent game.
Where would he have come from?
Right. Well, you didn't really see much of him for Manly. He only played a couple of games.
He was
very good.
He was, let me just tell you, coming up through the junior ranks, he was exceptional. He was head and shoulders above just about everyone. He was just a talented footballer.
And it showed.
Yeah, I'm glad he's taking his opportunity. I hope that he stays in that team and comes back to us.
You would have thought with Fogarty gone, it's Fogarty, isn't it? Jamal Fogarty.
Yeah.
With him gone, that the Raiders would have really, really struggled. I mean, they were down 20-6 or something, wasn't right? But I think young halves doing pretty well. And of course
they put on the shots. There were chips over the top. Flicks out wide. They were doing everything. How
good a player is Elliot Whitehead?
Yeah,
isn't he a terrific?
He's excellent. Yeah,
he's just he's terrific.
And look, the Raiders were impressive in that second half. Now I don't know if it was just Manly dropping off.
I think they were just gritty.
They were.
They just stayed in the contest and just looked for their opportunities and took them.
They knew they could still win it, and they stayed in it.
Yeah.
And of course, Ricky said, "Oh, that's our DNA."
Of course he did. It's like, it's the same as when Manly win. It's that's the Manly mentality. I'm sure you guys, your
club the Roosters way.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, you guys say the same thing.
Yeah.
Manly mentality, Roosters way.
Bunnies loss. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't want to talk about that game because let me just tell you, that ruined my entire weekend of football watching.
Oh yeah, well mine was ruined a game before, so don't worry about it. And then now we have to listen to Tom about the Roosters and the Broncos.
I think maybe we should discuss the game and Tom should just sit on the sidelines.
You think so?
I want to say before all these injuries happen.
What injuries?
That before the injuries happened in
this game,
that we had already established ourselves as being dominant.
Okay.
So I think that should be said because yes, they lost some significant injuries. Poor old Jesse Arthurs, broken jaw. Now that was his own fault. Dom done.
Oh yeah, it was
nothing
the tackle
to
that
cause
came.
that.
Yeah,
Although
yeah.
Dom didn't go unscathed. I got to tell
Yeah,
you.
no,
But he ended up with a dislocated contact lens.
Yeah.
And they had to pop that back in. So that's
It's
not
always
an
hurts
easy
to
thing
pop
to
back
have
in a
to.
contact
Not
lens.
an easy thing to have to put up with.
So you whack the guy and all he has is drops of contact. That's what he's saying.
So hang on, have you ever had to wear contacts?
No.
Oh
No.
man,
Hate 'em.
I can't do them because I have an eye thing and I just can't.
Yeah, I know. It's annoying. Anyway, sorry.
Anyway, look, let me set this up.
How we going?
Roosters 40, Broncos 18. Tom.
Well, I just thought they were impressive.
Angus Crichton was good.
Oh, isn't he killing it?
Isn't it funny? He plays one really good game and all of a sudden the Roosters want to keep him now.
Yeah, I know.
Well, he's had two or three now.
Two in a row now.
Two or three in a row now.
Hey, do you have him in your Supercoach team,
No.
Steve? Were you going to get him? I was going to get him and thought, I'll wait one more week. Well,
No.
I can't afford him now.
Yeah. But I thought they were impressive. I think, all around, I think Connor Watson's been a revelation this year. I mean, just realised what we were missing last year. Dom Young's been sensational. Terrell May, I'm so glad we retained him, re-signed him. Look, the team's just firing at the moment, and I hope it continues. That's all I can say.
It's interesting. I read an article. Walters was saying about how poor the Broncos were, and he's right because they seem to. I think Walsh probably put through 2 or 3 chips on the first or second tackle.
Yeah.
It's
they were in
like
a hurry.
everybody was trying to be the superstar.
They were in a hurry.
Yeah.
They were in a hurry, and the Roosters made them pay for it.
Yeah.
I thought Teddy had a sensational game too. Yeah. Look, I mean, I don't know what you say, but I mean, it was really sad that that young halfback went down with the popped bicep.
And that didn't seem like much in the tackle. But
No.
Both of them innocuous. Both of those injuries, innocuous types of things. And look, I thought that Mam and Walsh picked it up in the beginning of the second half. They got back to 18 all, and I was getting really nervous then.
Yeah.
But I think they just I think the Roosters just reconfigured,
Reset.
recalibrated. That's right. And I was very, 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 very happy with the way they played. Yeah. Defence again has been the keystone to them at the moment. They're defending really, really well.
Yeah. The Roosters and Souths have great defence.
Please, I don't want to be associated with you, okay? Well, with your team at least.
Oh,
Please.
yeah. Bulldogs 22, Tigers 14.
Well, this could take 20 minutes.
Tigers were leading 14-6 and Dogs came back to get them. But all the talk this week has been Casey Badger and whether she had control of the game because it did get out of hand.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And by the way, I do want to state that social media abuse of a referee is not
wrong. No.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
I
And it shouldn't matter
don't
whether
care
she's male
who
or
you won,
female.
who you lose, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Not interested.
But I think she and I think a lot of the refs made some odd decisions this weekend, and I think that both of the girls did make a couple of odd decisions.
But are they making odd decisions based on what they're being told by the bunker and by their touch judges?
Should that matter with
hang on.
male or female?
Hang on.
No,
No,
it doesn't. But that's my
But
point.
in this game, there were 7 overturned captain's challenges.
Yeah.
7.
but who's making those calls?
She made the call. The captain challenged. It was overturned. I don't mean to be rude, but you expect the referee. I would expect the referee to get 90% of decisions right. Because if the game's going fast, I don't expect 100%.
Yep.
But when you make a call, 7 times challenged and wrong.
Yep.
That's bad,
Who's
man.
the bunker?
It doesn't matter who the bunker was.
No, I'm just wondering because I mean, is it that she was so bad in making decisions, or is this I hesitate to say it. The bloke in the bunker doesn't want to be.
No.
I'm not convinced they were supporting it, to be honest with you.
How do you support a bad decision, though?
Yeah, okay, but there's a lot of decisions that were made, or that should have been made that weren't.
Yeah, but
I mean,
no.
Caesar should have gone to the bin for his tackle.
Yes, and that's on the bunker.
And
That's not on her.
and no,
that's right.
exactly.
No, and that's got
my point.
nothing to do with it, though. Like, I'm talking about on-field decision made,
Yep.
overturned.
Yeah, no, I get that.
okay. I
Like,
get that,
and
but-
no. And if that was any other referee, you would have to say that was below average and they do not belong in playing refereeing first grade. Regardless of whether they're male or female or Ethiopian.
No.
Ethiopian. Oh, that's racist.
Yeah.
I meant Califunkian.
Yeah, okay.
There was a suggestion that when David Clemmer mouthed off at her,
Yep.
that rather than just send him to the bin, she should have perhaps pulled up play, spoken to him calmly, and maybe by that time, I mean, it was 73rd minute.
Oh.
Maybe by then she was feeling a little bit overwhelmed. I don't know.
Maybe, but by then the game was out of control.
Oh, it's gone.
It was
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
Mahoney should have gone to the bin.
47 times.
Nuts.
Yeah.
He's absolutely driving me
Honestly,
nuts.
let's bring back the punch because someone needs to flatten him to shut him up.
Well, it's the same with Michael Ennis.
I reckon he's worse than Ennis. Ennis at least niggled. This guy runs in from 30 metres.
And Ennis would get into a
And
fight.
he just smirks as he
Yeah.
gives it to them. He knows
Absolutely.
he's not going to get hit.
No, that's right.
I find that's really irritating, and I just think
I would
he's a good
love.
player.
I would love to see that happen. I'd love to see him run in 30 metres, and and just be.
Well, somebody just hold their fist out as he's running in and go, "Oh, sorry, he ran into my fist."
I'd love for him to get binned for it because it's just ridiculous.
Well, he should have been binned for it. He started the fight.
Well, I don't know whether he started the fight, but he certainly encouraged it
He was third man in
and encouraged
and
it.
encouraged it.
So, cool.
All right.
Were the dogs good?
No.
I didn't think so.
How do you... Yeah, I don't think either team was good.
No. To me, it was a sloppy game.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Okay.
All right.
Now, this is an interesting one.
I didn't see all.
Melbourne Storm 22, Titans 20. Storm started to run away with this one, and then Titans came back into it.
Yep.
I watched the last 20 minutes, and all I could see was Cameron Munster just being Cameron Munster, which was driving me nuts. I mean, he tackled Kieran Foran. This is not long out from the end of the game. He tackled Kieran Foran, and he was 2 minutes from the line, and he absolutely is hanging on to him and pulling him down for like 4-5 seconds.
Yep.
And I don't know how he didn't get binned. He didn't get penalised. I don't know how he didn't get binned.
Yep.
And then he took a dive.
Yep.
Best actor Oscar. Again, that was a try denied. I just.
I'm gonna go the other way. As much as I don't like Melbourne at all. I thought the Titans played that game magnificently to the referee.
Mm-hmm.
They were not onside once at dummy half. Not once in the entire game were they onside. Harry Grant was not allowed to run the ball at all because the markers were offside every single play. And I don't understand why the bunker didn't get into the ear and say, get him square, because it ruined the game, and the only thing Melbourne could do back then was exactly the same thing.
Well, the Titans would have been looking at video of Melbourne this week, so they learned a lot of things.
Des is obviously obviously the master because they're like we often say it. Melbourne aren't square. They lie all
over the players.
Titans just did exactly the same thing.
Yeah. Well,
and let me tell you, they nearly got away with it.
They did nearly get away with it.
You know, that game a few weeks ago when you guys were laughing at me when the Titans came back. Well, the Titans have now knocked over the Warriors.
Yeah.
And nearly got the Storm.
Yeah.
Like, are they getting serious?
Nearly got the Raiders, didn't they? They nearly got the Raiders as well.
Oh man! All right. Anyway,
and the Phillips Army try,
which
it's a bit of a joke, isn't it?
This is one I don't get. All right, we like when you in your absence we blew up over the Appy try.
Yes, we did. Yeah.
This was worse because Philip Sammy looked at it, saw the replay, and went, "Oh well, I didn't get that," and then it was given a try. He laughed.
He's going.
He laughed.
I can't believe
it
I got
was that wrong.
Yes.
That wrong.
Yep.
Like, how does?
It was wrong. You're right.
I want to be in the bunker to make bad decisions like that
and get paid for it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway, that's all I got to say. I thought the Storm were good, but the Titans beat them at their own game, or nearly.
Paps chipped his bone above
Yeah.
the plate, which is disappointing for him.
That's bad luck.
Yes.
All right, so let's move on to the Dolphins 28, North Queensland 26. Supercoach does it again. the super coach.
Can you believe I heard during the week that Wayne Bennett wanted to go to Parramatta,
No, he didn't want
and Parramatta have gone. We're happy with Brad Arthur.
Yeah.
Wow.
Are you for real?
He didn't want to go to Parramatta. He sounded out Parramatta.
And Parramatta said no, thank you.
Hey,
Look,
I'm not complaining about that.
I mean, I don't mean to be rude, but that's insane. All right. Anyway, sorry. All right. Now that we've got over Supercoach, what did you think of that game, Steve? This game, it was.
Yeah.
You know how you said you made an interesting observation. Reece Walsh and everyone in Brisbane wanted to be the star.
Yeah.
North Queensland must have thought, yeah, we got this.
Yeah.
Because they wanted to score every play.
Yeah.
It was
because they're an attacking team with poor defence.
It was redonkulous.
Redonkulous.
Yeah.
Jermaine Asako had the game of his life.
Oh, didn't he? What?
I mean, honestly, you look at the scorers, and it's all his name except for one for Tessie and one for Jake Averillo.
Yeah.
I mean, I got a lot of Supercoach points from him this weekend.
I've got a lot of time for Jermaine Asako. I think it's tremendous.
Yeah. Oh, me too.
Yeah.
And I think Wayne should bring him down to the Bunnies.
Well, we made a play for him a long time ago. Long time ago.
Yeah. Sorry, Cowboys. You suck. The Dolphins shouldn't have won.
Isn't it interesting? The Cowboys earlier in the year were looking like absolute superstars in the first 3 or 4 weeks, and they've really, like the Warriors, they've really come back to the field. And maybe they were just playing the easier teams at the beginning. I don't know, but they all of a sudden the wheels are falling off them. The wheels are falling off the Warriors. It's interesting.
North Queensland have got a really slick attack, but they really suffer with their defence. Because they usually, I think they can score a lot of points, but they often get a lot of points scored against them. They never have low-scoring games.
No.
And
Newcastle 14, Warriors 8. This was a bit of a bludger of a game.
With probably an even worse decision than that no try.
Oh yeah.
Which one?
When Dallin was going for the ball.
Oh yeah.
He how do you not give that as a try? Like, I get it. If it was me being
I thought you were talking about the one where he scored it in the corner, but they disallowed it because of the obstruction 30 metres away.
Yeah, that's going to happen. Like that's always going to happen.
When he leapt in the air.
When he leapt in the air and got tackled.
No.
And he's in the air getting tackled, and it's not like me being a ballerina up there. It's one of the best finisher try scorers in the game.
Yep.
And they didn't give it a penalty try. He was denied that opportunity 100%.
And Chris Butler in the bunker says, we don't give penalty tries for that. And Annesley came out and said, you can't make that assertion. You have to deal with it on its merits.
That's
It
right.
was a stupid assertion. We don't give penalty tries for that.
And on its merits, that was a try.
Absolutely, it was.
Yep.
Yeah.
There you go. So I don't know. The Knights were not good. But Jacob Saifidi was good.
Can I just come back to
sorry,
that,
yeah.
though?
Go.
If Annesley is the coach of the refs,
Yep.
how can they say we don't give tries for that?
He's not the coach of the refs. Jared Maxwell's the coach of the refs.
Oh yeah.
Okay, but he heads it up.
Annesley's the apologist for the refs.
But you can't say we don't do it, but he says we do it. I mean, surely as a
He didn't actually say it in
referee's
as many
unit.
words. He said, well, that's an assertion that shouldn't be made. Well, it shouldn't be generalised like that.
Yeah.
Is basically what he said. It was a pretty dour game, not much excitement, and look, the Warriors looked very flat.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. With Cowboys and the
very
Warriors this
flat.
weekend, in fact, the last couple of weeks,
Yeah,
I mean, this is the Warriors' third loss.
yeah,
Third loss in a row? Third.
four, I think,
Four.
and we're playing
No
next
draw.
week.
3 and a draw.
Oh, okay.
So, they were on fire. I mean, honestly, we would have had them top 4.
Well, you did.
I did.
I'm still writing them off.
I
never had him in my. I didn't even have him in my top 8.
Well, I didn't have him in my top 8, but after the first 3 or
This
4
is the
weeks,
Warriors.
Yeah.
I had him in the grand final.
That's right. I'm going. They're not in my 8.
It just goes to show how much I know.
He goes
isn't
for
it?
the Bunnies.
Yeah, that's
doesn't
right.
he? Yeah. Dan Gagai has been having a fantastic season. If you watch what he's doing in a defence and attack, he's having terrific disease. I'm probably noticing him at the moment because we're looking at purchasing him. So he's.
I don't think he'll
been
come
terrific.
down again. I think he loves Newcastle. He wants.
Maybe not.
Sharks 20, St George 10. Honestly, I thought St George at half time were going to win this
Really?
one.
Yeah.
I thought they were playing well enough to get them.
I don't know. I expected so much more from this match as well. To me, I know my team losing was bad, but this game just, I don't know. I couldn't get into it.
So went in at 10-6.
10-6, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. And then, I don't know. The Sharks came out all full of running. They were hitting the edge. They were hitting like the 1/3 in. So just that outside of the centres. And they looked like world beaters. And they looked like they could have scored another 6 tries.
Yeah.
So you got to take your hats off to the Dragons' defence. They stayed in it. But yes. Anyway.
And Parramatta had the bye.
And Parramatta had the bye.
And they beat the bye.
Well, you'd like to think so.
Do the ladder. You know, you don't like. Just put your hands over your ears. You don't like the way I do the ladder.
All right, do the ladder for us, Tom.
Okay. On 8 points, Sharks, Storm, Panthers, and sorry, I played. So, and 16 points. Sorry, 16 points.
Your pressure's on now, Tom.
Maybe. On 16 points.
Do you want my glasses?
The Sharks and the Storm. The Panthers in third on 14. The Dolphins in fourth on 12. Seagulls 11. Roosters, Broncos, Bulldogs, which rounds out the 8, and the Raiders on 10 points. The Cowboys, Knights, and Eels and Dragons on 8 points. Warriors alone on 7 points. West Tigers alone on 6 points. And the Titans on 4. And the Rabbitohs on 4 points.
That's changes from this weekend.
Well, I think we went from like 12th to 6th, which is a pretty good jump. Very pleased about that.
Yeah, it's very bunched at the moment.
Gentlemen, I want to bring up something before we go into the next one.
Yes.
I want to bring up players who fall to the ground, voluntary tackle.
There was one on the weekend. I can't remember.
There was one in the South one, and there was a couple of other ones.
Yep.
Where they voluntary tackle to the ground, and you're not allowed to. Once you touch them, it's a tackle.
Yeah.
Surely, if it's voluntary tackle, you should be able to push them over the sideline, push them back, have some momentum in the tackle, not just say you're on the ground and touched. In a voluntary tackle.
I'm in two minds. Well, and this has been going around. I kind of think if you have submitted in the tackle's over. So and
it affects the time you can stay down.
Let me bring it. So and I know I'm harping on the South game, but in the South game you had To'o running up the sideline. He was players were coming across, so he fell to the ground and in a voluntary tackle. No one touched him.
Yep.
This far from the line.
Yep.
Okay, from the sideline.
Yep.
Cameron Murray comes in.
Yep.
Tackles him and pushes him over the sideline.
Yep.
And gets penalised.
Yep.
If you voluntary tackle, you should not be allowed to do that, because it's always been a penalty to voluntary tackle anyway. I don't know why all of a sudden we stopped doing that.
Yeah, no, I agree. You know what?
Because it's in the rules to penalise.
I agree.
And I think if you've been tackled and you get pushed over and all that sort of stuff, then that's fine. But in a voluntary tackle where you haven't been touched and you're about to be hit,
well, it happens a lot when you take a bomb. Often people go straight down on the ground.
And I'm fine with that because you've already made contact and you're playing for the ball.
No.
All he's playing for is to stay in the sideline. You should be able to push him out.
There was one in the Manly game as well where there was a voluntary tackle, but it was similar, like, a metre or so off the sideline. Yeah. The player was in the process of being tackled, so they laid hands on him and then he hit the ground.
Well, to me that's different. In Tara's position, he didn't. He just saw he was going to be tackled and possibly pushed out, so he dived and went to the ground.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking that it's going to get abused. Anyway, all right, let's go on to round 10.
Oh.
10.
Dolphins and the Manly Sea Eagles in Suncorp. And unless Manly
Suncorp 2 weeks in a row.
Unless the Manly team decide they actually want to play this game, they could be in trouble.
Yeah, I think that the Dolphins will come revved up for this game, and I think it's going to be close.
Well, we'll see. We've got Cole Lawton starting at hooker. That's.
Well, what's wrong with Lachlan Croker?
Oh, I failed his HIA.
Okay.
Well, you know what? His forward passes might actually get you the win.
Well, his forward pass actually lost you the game.
He's
last week.
Can I just say he's played about... He played 15 minutes in the game before and nearly cost us the game. With, it was 3-4 penalties and 2 forward passes. The game against the Raiders, I do not understand...
He threw a forward pass in the last couple of minutes, and it
was off the scrum, and he threw the pass 3 meters forward.
Yeah,
and it's like it was that dumb. The Raiders players stood around and went, like there was no one even diving. I was like, seriously, did you just do that? Manly to win. The Dolphins haven't got the grunt to match us.
I look at home. I think I'm going to give the Dolphins a chance.
Yeah, me too.
Sorry,
Me too.
It's alright. You guys are haters. I understand.
No, I'm trying to be objective.
No, it wasn't. You didn't play Suncorp last week. You played it.
No,
but he's playing next week because
Okay.
It's meant to be next week.
Yeah, no, you played at Sandpit last
we
week.
should be there. Honestly.
Anyway,
You've got no excuse now.
For what?
not being a Magic Round.
Yes, I do.
I've got a job.
It's in Queensland.
I got a job that's going to make me be there till like midnight every day next week.
Anyway.
I'm not going to Magic Round.
No, it's in Queensland.
Penrith Panthers and the Bulldogs at Bluebet.
I think the Panthers will win this quite substantively easily.
It'll be interesting to see Burton and
not an oxymoron.
Crichton
and
and
Kickow and who else is in the Panthers side?
probably another one
The Bulldog side. Oh, there's
against the Panthers.
Yes. So the Penrith Panthers versus the Canterbury Panthers.
I'm hoping. I'm hoping
Inces.
Kickow brings his A game.
Yeah.
And destroys.
Destroys who?
Are you playing
Panthers.
Panthers soon, are you? Again?
No. Because they've for years they've had Kickow and they've always used him as a battering ram.
Yeah.
And he's been the difference in a lot of cases, and now it's going to be turned on. So this should be a fun game to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, Panthers for me.
Panthers will win it by more than 30.
No.
Mark my
Panthers
words.
will win this by 10. Tom?
10's nothing in today's game.
Panthers.
10's nothing in today's game.
No.
Parramatta Eels off a bye against the Broncos at Combank Stadium.
Yeah, Eels. Yeah, I think I'll the Broncos. They'll be smarty.
No Reynolds?
Yeah, they'll be smarty. They've got some unknown guy in the halves with Ezra Mam.
Josh Rogers, a 27-year-old rookie.
Wow.
They usually turn out to be pretty good.
Yeah.
I just don't know.
He doesn't want to pick the Eels. That's what he's
No,
saying.
I don't want to pick the Broncos.
No.
Well, then tell all your fans you're going to pick the Eels.
I'm going to pick the Broncos. I can't pick Parramatta. Like their form is terrible, and they kept Mika Sivo on the team. That just goes to show how bad they're going.
Scully Park, West Tigers and Newcastle Knights.
I think the Tigers.
Oh, I think the Knights.
Yeah, I'm probably going Knights. I think out of the way they played last week.
Ooh, the Tigers were terrible last week,
Yeah.
and the week before, and the week before
The
that.
Knights weren't that good either.
Oh, the Knights got over the top of the Dolphins. Last week was defence orientated. I think they'll do all right.
Yeah.
Okay. St George Illawarra Dragons against the Mighty Bunnies.
Got to go to the Dragons, Steve. Sorry.
5:30.
Steve, at least you have to wait till Saturday before your game's over. And
What do you mean? I do have to wait to Saturday. This is
that's right. And this will be the end of it for you because you will be sad. Oh, look, seriously, the Dragons growing an extra leg at home. Like they have taken that let's win at home mentality, and I don't think you've got the team to go anywhere near them.
We haven't got a team.
Well, no, Latrell's back.
Latrell's back.
Shabaski's on one wing.
Yeah. We've got Chicam as a
In
centre.
the centre, yeah. Dion
I love your way.
Tepio?
I love the way you move the
Kapua?
English language.
Kapua?
It's all languages, let me tell you. Yeah, he's a 5'8".
Alright, well at least you'll do alright.
Well, you don't know that.
Well, at least he's a half playing in the halves. Yeah, I don't know.
When you look at the team, you know...
Yeah, it's always a bit sad when you look at your team and there's no photo there.
I mean, we even have
Yep.
Matthew French.
Yeah. Was he the guy who made his debut last year?
No.
and played a couple of games and went all right and was never heard of again?
No.
It's
The
related to
guy
Benny.
you're playing is no, it's not. The guy you're talking about is I've forgotten his name, but he was injured.
Ah.
He did his ACL or something and put him out for the year.
Another blank picture.
Yeah, Bailey.
Another
Bentley
blank
Cape,
picture.
Leonard
Another
Skelton,
blank picture.
Chase
I
Chapman.
mean, seriously, all these guys from 17 down.
Yep.
I mean, look, even Alex Johnson's mentioned there, but I don't think he'll be back.
No, he's
Got a
not.
hammy.
Yeah.
Hammy.
Yeah, but he's only a week or two away. But
Yeah. Okay.
And on the other time, you've got Sloan, Lomax, Sully, Bird, Ravelara, Flanagan, Hunt.
I'm going to declare this a Bunnies win. Okay.
Okay.
No problem.
I want
You can
everyone
do
to
that.
know that I'm declaring a Bunnies
Do
win.
that.
Yeah. Good luck. Ooh, next game's going to be mouth-watering.
Storm and Sharks in Amy Park.
Sharks can score lots of points. Storm have not been scoring a lot of points in the main. I think the Sharks will cause an upset.
Ooh.
They've been getting away with a lot of close calls to Storm, and I think this might be their Waterloo.
My issue is that I think you can't... Hughes is a big loss.
Hughes is out, is he?
Yeah, Hughes and Pappenhausen are both out.
There you go.
But
More reason.
But
I still think the Storm at home.
Who's playing in the 6 and 7?
For who?
Wishart? It'd be Wishart.
Yeah, Wishart, yeah. Wishart, and of course, little Cameron Munster.
Yeah,
Who you hate.
he's a decent utility Wishart, but he's not Jerome Hughes, obviously.
I've got to go Storm at home. Always go Storm at home.
Yep.
Next game?
Roosters and Warriors on Sunday afternoon.
I wanted to go this game, but it's Mother's Day, so I've done
So,
the right
take your
thing.
mother.
I don't have a mother.
No, take it.
My wife.
Your
Your
children's
mother.
mother.
That's the one you're celebrating.
She is busy doing some other things.
I so want the Warriors to win this.
Hang on, she's busy doing other things.
Well,
Aren't you at home celebrating
in
with
the
her?
morning, she'll be busy doing things in the morning, and then she won't be home till after lunch, and then it's 2 o'clock game. Can't get there in time. So anyway, we've had that conversation. I'm very comfortable with my decision.
Doesn't sound like you are.
I mean, I am disappointed it's going to be Jared's 300th game for the Roosters. Big occasion, and on current form, we should win this comfortably. And
Right.
we're getting back Jared, we're getting back Toops, we're getting back Radley. I think that's pretty important ins.
Brian?
Roosters.
Thank you, Brian.
Sorry, say it louder.
Roosters.
That wasn't much louder.
I want the Warriors to win.
I think the Warriors will win.
What's that? Is this a hateful thing, or is that something?
No, the poor old Warriors. We had him. Steve had him in
I
his.
thought you hated every other
Steve
team
had him in the
except for your
grand
team.
final, and now they've fallen. The wheels have fallen off, and they've lost 3. And
I'm going for the Warriors, and
That's
I
a
think
hate.
they will
That's a
win.
hate.
I think.
And yeah, it is. 100%.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
It's just- I'm happy to put that down in writing. Absolutely. Warriors to win. Seabus Super Stadium, Titans and North Queensland.
Titans.
No, I've got North Queensland this one. No. I think they're going to turn it around.
The Titans have pushed Manly, Canberra, Melbourne,
Yep.
who are all in the 8.
Yep.
They beat the Warriors and have knocked the stuffing out of them. I don't think the Cowboys have got a hope. You just don't want the Titans to win because South's below them.
I'm convinced I'll go with the Titans.
It's just, I can't even, I don't understand. I don't understand how the Cows could be favourites when the Titans have just been playing such good footy.
All right. I've gone North Queensland and Canberra have the bye.
Yep.
That's correct.
Now, Steve,
Yes.
I want to know your thoughts on this.
Okay.
Because you've got such a gigantic junior area. Nathan Cleary's come out and he's had a little bit of a whinge because Penrith are losing more players.
No.
That's rich.
Like,
Well, he is rich.
What do you do? What do you do with that? What do we do with Penrith?
Well, you remind him that there's a salary cap and that every team who has won grand finals in the last 10 years have lost players afterwards.
Yeah, and
We
the mere fact that they've won 3 means they've lost players for 3 years.
That's right.
Yeah.
And it means,
Right.
I mean,
Good call.
you can't keep all your juniors together all the time. And
Well,
it's not possible.
See, and what I don't get is I heard the side argument of that to say, but Brisbane, but Penrith went and put a leagues club in Bathurst and developed there. Penrith went and put a leagues club in, like, I don't know where it was, Moree, and You know, they're developing the talent there. Yeah, that was a financial business decision.
Yeah, and by
Like,
the way, they've been in Bathurst for 20 odd years.
Yeah, I'm not suggesting it was a bad decision.
No.
But you can't say, this is where Penrith annoy me. They go, oh, they're our juniors. But you consider everywhere in New South Wales except for Canberra and Sydney to be your junior area.
Well, that's right.
So
Dylan Edwards come from Albury, but he's their junior.
So you've got to suck it up and say, okay, we might go down, we might dip, for a year or two, but we're going to be in the conversation for the next 10 years minimum.
Yep.
Because
But here's
they're just going to get juniors coming through.
They haven't lost anybody who didn't want to go.
That's true.
Because all those players who have left, they offered them more money to stay. I'm not saying more money. I'm saying they offered them money to stay. They wanted to keep Kickout. They wanted to keep Burton. They wanted to keep all the players. They chose to go, and that's the market forces doing its thing, and that's the way it should work. During the week, Brian, you were giving me a hard time over this loan thing. Okay, but the point is that's where it works. Where you've got a good junior who's sitting there behind a Toho or behind a Cleary or behind a Burton or whoever, who can get an opportunity elsewhere, like at a South or a Roosters where there's injuries and all that sort of stuff, and that's where that works. And those players will then go back to those teams
with more experience.
I mean, look, Harry Grant is a perfect example of that.
Yep.
But the point is that you can't complain about losing your juniors, because at the end of the day, if those juniors don't get a spot somewhere, they're going to go anyway.
Yeah. That's right. No, I agree.
And look at who's the halfback for... Who came from Penrith last year? The halfback for... is it Canberra?
Cogger.
Well, you got Cogger and you got... Schiller or...
Ben Schneider.
Schneider.
Yeah.
If he'd only ever stuck behind Cleary, he would never get an opportunity anywhere else. So why would you do that to your juniors?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, and let's see, this is what I don't understand. Canberra complaining, Penrith are whinging about that.
Yeah.
But not everyone in that team's one of their juniors.
No, that's right.
They've gone out and bought players.
Well, and like they're trying to get
with Fifita.
Yeah, well, let's see. So, and I don't have the team list right in front of me. Yes, I do. I'll have the team list right in front of me.
Okay, very quickly because we have to wrap it up.
No, because I must admit, it was an amusing... far out. Now I can't find the team. 2 seconds. Sorry, everybody, just team list. So what have they got? So, you've got what's his name, Tom?
Sunia Taruva.
Yep, Fijian. Paul Alamotti.
The
Dogs Junior. May, Toho, Low.
Yeah, but I'm not saying Fijian doesn't mean he's not a Penrith junior.
No, because Fiji's part of Penrith, gotcha. Leota, who's from New Zealand.
Yeah, but he
Fisher Harris, another Kiwi. Luke Garner, who's a Manly junior. Martin and Yo, who's from Dubbo, who's another part of Penrith.
So if you want to complain about it, then get rid of all those players you bought and bring in your juniors.
That's right.
Give them a shot.
That's right.
I'll stop whinging about it.
That's right. Thank you. We
Okay.
agree.
All right.
We agree.
I said Mitch Kenny's probably one of the most improved hookers in the game at the moment. I think he's been tremendous.
Really?
Yes. I think he has. Yeah, I think he's playing tremendous.
That's all we've got. I don't even have time to ask Brian if he's got anything intelligent to say. We've actually run out of time. So thank you for watching. I will do it all again next week. This is Tom, Brian and Steve from the Sidelines. See you later. Bye-bye.
See ya.
You really like Mitch Kenny?